What if Earth split in half? What if cats ruled? What if everything you know changed? Let's rewrite history, bend time, and break the rules together. This is Versebreaker.
For centuries, cats pretended to be useless. They weren't. They just knew that if humans ever realized they were perfectly capable of running society and doing it with style, the gig would be up. So they knocked shit off counters, stared at walls for no reason, and made exactly 3 types of sounds: judgmental meows, yowls of doom at 3:12 a.m., and that one chirpy trill that makes you wonder if they're glitching out. But beneath every loaf-shaped nap and innocent toe bean was a plan, a long con, a goddamn revolution, and it started in Mobile, Alabama. First red flag, every dog in town lost their goddamn minds. It started at Benville Square, right in the heart of downtown. A schnauzer froze mid-poop, stared dramatically into the middle distance and took off sprinting toward the USS Alabama, like he had just remembered he left his bone unburied, unhidden, and unprotected. Golden retrievers ran in circles, shouting silent affirmations to the sky. French bulldogs waddled into Moe's Original Barbecue and refused to come out. A Rottweiler named Big Dennis leapt through the window of Serta's Coffee Company and grabbed a scone, hold the chocolate, before bolting into the woods. Meanwhile, the poodles all locked themselves in a yoga studio on Dauphin Street and demanded oat milk and spa music before they would explain anything. Only one dog didn't run, Captain Sniffles, a beagle built like a croissant that had been microwaved too long. He sat in Marsh's kitchen chewing on a tennis ball with the confidence of a dog who had already accepted death. Marsha noticed something was off when her cat Waffles began locking the fridge.
"You don't even have thumbs,"
she muttered. Waffles blinked at her, slowly, menacingly. Then she saw it. Taped under the fridge, a tiny, paw-sized USB drive labeled Operation Whisker-Jawn.
"What the fuck?"
Marsha whispered. At that exact moment, every cat in Mobile activated. Tabbies climbed power lines along Government Street and cut the grid. Siamese cats took over traffic signals near Airport Boulevard and started flashing Morse code that translated to kneel. One hairless sphinx broke into the T-Mobile kiosk at the Shoppies at Bel Air and screamed until the manager quit. By sundown, downtown Mobile was a full-blown meowtocracy. Phase 1. Psychological warfare. Cats began leaving turds next to litter boxes. On purpose. For dominance. Phase 2. Human demoralization. They knocked over every glass of water on every table in town, simultaneously. Phase 3, occupation. All beds were annexed. Amazon packages were declared sacred paw zones. Humans were only allowed to enter their own kitchens under strict supervision. Marsha was taken hostage by Waffles, who now insisted on being addressed as Colonel Meowsalot, Lord of the Dining Table. Captain Sniffles watched from under the couch, tail thumping with confused loyalty.
"Why are you doing this?"
she yelled. Colonel Meowsalot sneered.
You left the sink running for 4.2 seconds on Tuesday. The balance had to be corrected.
"You're out of your goddamn mind."
No, I'm a cat.
Meanwhile, the dogs were reacting like pups. Golden retrievers were still hiding, but periodically poked their heads out from behind shrubbery with hopeful eyes and zero plans. Chihuahuas went full bunker mode inside a Whataburger, demanding French fries and vowing to
Burn it all down!
Huskies set up an encrypted Discord server where they barked over each other non-stop and somehow solved nothing. Dachshunds ran recon in old drainage tunnels, and pit bulls? Napping, but flexing in their sleep. Mobile devolved in record time. The mayor was replaced by a Maine Coon named Judge Fuzzybottom, who held city council meetings from a lazy Susan and only responded to squeaky toy tributes. Public transit was replaced by Roombas, trash pickup was suspended in favour of artistic pile building. Captain Sniffles was forced to wear a shame collar with Subject 437 written on it in glitter glue. But hope arrived in the form of a border collie named Chairman Bark. He wore a tactical vest, had an MBA in food logistics, and had opinions. With him came the Dog Coalition, a chaotic union of corgis, mutts, one semi-retired seeing eye dog named Brenda, and at least one very confused llama. They had plans, they had snacks, they had zoomies. The Battle of Mobile was short, loud, and extremely stupid. Marcia watched from the roof of the Carnival Museum as cats hissed in slow motion and dogs launched themselves like hairy cannonballs through clouds of glitter and catnip. Colonel Meowsalot stood atop a stolen Mardi Gras float, holding a spatula. Captain Sniffles wore a colander helmet and charged in with a Nerf gun filled with peanut butter. Someone played Who Let the Dogs Out on a saxophone, badly. When the fur settled, the cats retreated, grumpy, dignified, still fabulous. Postscript. Mobile mostly returned to normal, sort of. Cats resumed knocking shit off county, dogs resumed forgiving them, but in a dark basement beneath the Little Caesars off Government Street, a sleek black cat adjusted her Bluetooth headset and whispered, Phase 2, Earth.
We rewrote history. We bent time. And we broke the rules. Now it's your turn. Drop your what if in the comments. CashApp, $Versebreaker. Instagram, @Versebreaker. Substack, versebreaker.substack.com. Versebreaker.